From Jamie and Claire being thrust into battle in the American Revolution to Sam Heughan struggling during filming, here's everything fans need to know about Outlander Season 7. First off, there's the American Revolution storyline, and all the history nerds know what I'm talking about here. Before I tell you how it ties into the story, let's take a look at where we left off, shall we? Poor Claire was convicted of a murder she didn't commit, and in the Season 7 trailer, she and Jamie will finally be reunited after what feels like a centuries-old dry spell. Don't get too excited about that just yet. This is Outlander after all, and nothing comes easy in this show. Jamie and young Ian will have to rescue her from the gallows, which will be 10 times more difficult since Claire's trapped in Washington, and the American Revolution is around the corner. In the trailer, you can hear her saying that she hoped Jamie would stay away from fighting in the war. But it might just be his true purpose in life. I mean, it's pretty clear he wants to fight for America, but there's a catch. Oh man, there's always a catch. He's terrified of what he could lose. And he even admitted that he doesn't have the courage he once had after being away from Claire all this time. The biggest dilemma, though, is the fact that he'll have to face his illegitimate son, William Ransom, as the enemy. From all the war snippets, it's pretty obvious he'll be pointing a gun at his own flesh and blood, so the question remains, how far will Jamie go to protect his land? As for him and Claire, Season 7 will be a true testimony to their love. This ship will not go down, and I can say this with full confidence because the trailer makes it crystal clear. We'll see the two of them, along with Roger and Brianna, leave their home and fight for what's right as a family. Every fan knows that Jamie will always be ready to die for his homeland, but that doesn't come in the way of his love for Claire, no sir. In an intense scene in the trailer, he gave her a pendant in case he dies in the war, so that if he doesn't make it, she can travel back to the future. I know this is supposed to be a tense moment, and the stakes have never been higher, but can we just focus on how these two are the ultimate pairing? That being said, there's even more drama in store for us. Maybe the American Revolution isn't the Frasers' biggest worry, it's Frasers' Ridge. Things were going down at the Ridge in Season 6, with Tom Christie coming back from prison. But the Season 7 trailer suggests a much worse fate than last time. Now, it might be going up in flames. And I mean that literally. There's a scene where someone drops a lit match on the floor of a home, drenched to the nines in gasoline, which I'm sure is the Ridge. This could be the house fire we've all been curious about since Season 4. Bree traveled to the past because she read in a newspaper clipping that her parents died in a war. So with all the hints we've gotten, it makes sense for the Ridge to be burning. And even though it's a worrying plot point, at least Jamie and Claire won't be there when it happens. Speaking of who'll be there, the cast for Season 7 is as constant as ever, with our two leading stars, Sam Heughan and Katrina Balfe, locked and loaded. All the OGs are here, including Sophie Skelton and Richard Rankin. So don't worry about not seeing your ships on screen this time. They're gonna make up real good for that long year Jamie and Claire spent apart. And by the looks of the trailer, we're in for some steamy action between the two. It's not all sunshine and roses though, because Nell Hudson is also confirmed to appear. You know, the actress who plays Leary Mackenzie, Jamie's ex-wife, the 16-year-old girl who is still obsessed with him. Apparently, she's set to take center stage this season, probably to mess with Claire even more, so our favorite time traveler needs to watch her back. There's also Stephen Cree and John Bell, playing the lovable father-son duo of the two Ians, along with Jamie's new and unlikely friend, Lord John Grey, played by none other than David Barry himself. It's pretty rare to see such a consistent cast. Heck, Lotte Verbeek's Gillian Edgars is a main character too, and she's been around since Season 1. As for new faces, all you book fans need to buckle up and get ready, because Dr. Denzel and Rachel Hunter are confirmed to show up, and everyone's loving the casting they've done for these two. Joey Phillips is set to be Dr. Denzel Hunt, with Izzy Michael Small as his sister, Rachel Hunt. For those of you who don't have a clue about what I'm talking about, I'll fill you in. They're Quakers who were living their best lives in the countryside till young Ian showed up with William Ransom, who was close to death and needed help fast. The duo becomes a huge part of the Fraser family's lives, and the actors definitely sound excited to play their roles too. Phillips told Parade that Denzel really wants to become a surgeon in the Continental Army, since he's big on fighting for freedom. While Michael Small hinted at some conflict with her character Rachel, who feels like she has to go along with him, but instead wants to do her own thing. Another exciting new face we've all been waiting for is none other than Jamie Fraser's illegitimate son, William, as an adult. Canadian actor Charles Vandervaart is stepping into his shoes this season, and the producers are all really happy with their choice. Meryl Davis actually said that it was really tough finding the right actor. Since it takes a special kind of physicality and talent to play Jamie frickin' Fraser's son, Vandervaart ended up wowing all the higher-ups as apparently he's super charismatic. Wow, we really have a lot to look forward to, don't we? Especially when I tell you that this will be a supersized season. You heard me, folks. No more waiting around for scraps of Outlander content. We're getting fed real good this time, because this season has 16 episodes instead of just 8. They doubled it up for us, so it'll obviously be split into 2 parts, with the first half premiering on the 16th of June 2023, and the rest of them airing somewhere around early 2024. Not bad for a release schedule. They haven't just dialed it up on the number of episodes either. Stars actually brought on Sinead O'Connor to perform the opening song. So, we'll be hearing the Grammy-winning artist's amazing voice each time we tune in, that too covering the iconic Skyboat song. Matthew B. Roberts, the showrunner, said that her cover of the song is what screams Outlander the most, all because it's a timeless voice. But things aren't just changing for other characters. They're changing for Claire, too. Katrina Balfe told Entertainment Weekly that this season, Claire's finally gonna heal. Season 6 was horrible for her because she was straight up violated. But this time, Katrina said that the revolution is a fresh start for her, and that she really enjoys it because this is something she's really good at. Yep, she's in her groove, but she's much stronger now. Katrina also said that her character needed to struggle, and now that it's over, she's doing way better than before. I know it may sound crazy, but when you think about it, Claire needed to realize her self-destructive coping mechanisms weren't gonna work for her. You can trust Katrina to know her role inside out. As for her good friend and co-star Sam Heughan, he revealed how hard filming was, which doesn't really surprise anyone. Since shooting 16 whole episodes when you're used to 8 is no easy task. The Scottish heartthrob talked to the hosts over at Chicks in the Office podcast about his experience and said that it's a mega bumper of a season. They were filming for a whole year, guys. But the biggest struggle for the actor had to be those long night shoots in the freezing cold. We get to see the finished product, but you gotta realize that even though those views in Outlander are simply unmatched, filming in the wilderness can get really tough. It came to a point where Heughan found it difficult to concentrate. It wasn't all bad, though. In fact, Heughan said he's very excited for all of us to see the season, as he loves his Outlander family, even through the coldest night shoots. That's about it, folks. From Sam Heughan struggling during filming, to Jamie and Claire being thrust into battle in the American Revolution, this was everything fans needed to know about Outlander Season 7.